다리를 끊었다고.
Please subscribe to our channel. Exhuma movie follows the events that unfold for a group of exorcists, an undertaker and a Feng Shui specialist, who take on the job of relocating a tomb of a wealthy family, in return for a substantial amount of money. Director Jang Jae-hyun, also known here as a K-occult master thanks to his hit films The Priest and Svaha, The Sixth Finger, returned with a horror flick that portrays terrifying practices of Korean shamanism, imbued with fine acting of veteran actors such as Choi Min-sik and Go-eun. Exhuma film takes on the ambitious task of blending supernatural circumstances, shamanistic rituals, and tradition with the heavy subject of the country's traumatic past. And the end result arrives at the expense of genre characteristics and psychological tension, with a sudden release of steam at the very moment when the pressure should reach its peak. Renowned Korean shaman and her protege, Warem and Bong-gil, are enlisted by a wealthy Korean-American family to identify the mysterious illness of the family's newborn son. Warem uncovers the curse to be a grave's call, a vengeful ancestor spirit haunting them. The family's patriarch, Park Ji-young, entrusts them to relocate the grave to appease the ancestor, his grandfather. Warem enlists colleagues, a Feng Shui master Kim Sang-deok and a mortician Yong-gun. Sang-deok specializes in selling burial locations for the wealthy, while Yong-gun owns a funeral home. During their first encounter with Ji-young, Sang-deok becomes wary when Ji-young insists on cremating the grave, which is located in a remote mountain near the North Korean border. Sang-deok backs out, sensing a sinister energy. However, Warem convinces them that she can perform rituals while the grave is being dug to avoid the curse. Ji-young tells them about a famous monk named Jae-hyun, who provided the grave location for his grandfather. Warem and Bong-gil perform the ritual, and the excavation proceeds smoothly. One of the gravediggers severs the head of a human-headed snake, which triggers a bad omen. Yong-gun insists on cremating the coffin once the rain stops, so they store it at a nearby ward. The local custodian opens the coffin and releases the vengeful entity inside, Ji-young's grandfather. The entity targets his bloodline, killing Ji-young's parents and Ji-young himself. The grandfather is revealed to be a Japanese loyalist during the Korean occupation era. Before he can reach the newborn baby, Sang-deok cremates the coffin, abolishing the curse. Months later, Yong-gun informs Sang-deok about the disturbed gravedigger who killed a snake. He revisits the cursed gravesite and discovers the head of an Anna along with a double burial site for a 7-footed standing coffin. He enlists Warem, Bong-gil, and Yong-gun to dispose of the coffin. The four excavate it and rest at a temple, where Warem learns about Jae-hyun monk, who is Japanese. That night, Bong-gil witnesses a 7-foot figure obliterating a human and pigs. They find the coffin ripped from the inside. Bong-gil gets possessed and the other three witness the creature turn into a ball of fire and fly back to the mountain. The four are taken to a hospital and Bong-gil recovers after surgery. Warem investigates the creature's origin through the possessed Bong-gil. Sang-deok returns to the grave and finds the creature dormant on the coordinates written on the tombstone. He discovers that the grave's robbers were Korean patriots attempting to unearth a metal pole as part of a Japanese military conquest in Korea. Sang-deok, Warem, and Yong-gun devise to unearth the pole when the creature rises after midnight. Warem will distract the shogun while the others dig. A vision reveals Monk Kitsune embedding a katana inside a decapitated samurai's body, turning the samurai into a ghoul, with Ji-young's grandfather's grave serving as a cover for the relic. Sang-deok realizes the pole is a sword embedded in the creature's body. Using the Korean patriot's wooden tool and blood, he slays the creature based on his elemental knowledge and regains consciousness with the others by his bedside. Exhuma ending sees the protagonist, Se-yeon, overcoming her fear and confronting the ghost who has been haunting her. She discovers that the spirit is actually her deceased twin sister who had been seeking revenge for her murder. Through a series of flashbacks, Se-yeon remembers the events that led to her sister's death and realizes that she was the one responsible for the tragedy. Overwhelmed with guilt and grief, Se-yeon apologizes to her sister's spirit and finally finds closure. The movie concludes with Se-yeon finding peace and moving on from the haunting experiences she had endured. The ending ties up all loose ends and leaves viewers with a sense of resolution and emotional catharsis. In the ending of Exhuma, we see the four later attend Sang-deok's daughter's wedding and they're taking picture as family. So that's Exhuma film summary and ending explained. I hope you like this video. Please leave a comment and subscribe to this channel. See you in another video. Bye.